Good morning. George Williams here from the Alliance for Dade. Today we're with George Reed at Trenton Physical Therapy with our session called Alliance Live. We're doing these sessions with our investors, so it's great to be here with George today. George, tell us about Trenton Physical Therapy.
Well, we've been here for well over 30 years, providing physical therapy services for the Trenton area and the surrounding counties as well. And we're still going strong.
Fantastic. Why'd you decide to settle in Trenton?
Well, I had my primary office in Chattanooga for quite some time, and we opened up a satellite office here, seeing a need. We had a lot of patients in our Chattanooga office at Erlanger that had to drive from this area into Chattanooga, and so we established this office as a satellite and started part-time and then eventually became a full-time office.
Fantastic, fantastic. I'm actually one of the patients here, so if you wonder why I'm not appropriately dressed, I'm appropriately dressed for my physical therapy session with you when we get finished. So thank you. So thank you also for being an investor in the Alliance for Dade. Why do you feel it's important to be an investor in an organization which is the Chamber of Commerce, if you will, for Dade County?
I look at Alliance for Dade the same way from a business standpoint that I look at my professional association clinically. And it gives me some resources that, being networked with other like minds and like entities, gives me resources that we can share. It's a way to network. It's also a way to stay abreast of various things that are happening in the community, legislatively and otherwise, that I feel like being part of a larger association that way and networking gives me a step up in a lot of ways.
Okay, good, good. Hopefully we fulfill that desire that you have for us at the Alliance for Dade.
Yes, so far so good.
What are the other things that you would see important that the Alliance would have for your business?
Well, I'm kind of a newbie at this. I was a member of the Chamber for several years and then basically withdrew from that after a while. So I really don't know, I don't really know how to answer that question right now as far as specific needs. I'm sure along the way I'll come up with some things that will apply to my business.
I know one thing you told me the other day is that we have an insurance program now, and also we've added a 401k plan.
Mm-hmm.
I know you mentioned that a few years ago you would have wished that we had that could you talk about that just a little bit?
Oh, that would have been invaluable. And you know, scale works against small businesses, as you probably know.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have we do have a simple IRA, which is basically a small business 401k. But several years ago, we opted out of group insurance plan because of the cost.
Mm-hmm.
And scale was working very much against us, and that it had been great to have been part of a larger entity at that time, and been able to take advantage of that insurance as well as retirement program. But those resources, I'm sure, will be invaluable for startup businesses and for businesses with younger employees, younger than myself, since I'm on Medicare now.
Okay. You didn't have to say that.
You're right. I probably didn't have to say that. It's obvious.
Okay. How about any special messages you have for the business community here in Dade County, or your customers, or ways that the Alliance for Dade could help out?
Well, I'll say this. I've really enjoyed being in a community clinic like we have here and serving people in a local sort of way, and I would think that the other businesses will enjoy the same type. Yeah, it's when you're in a small community, everyone knows each other.
Sure.
To a certain degree, and you really get to know your clientele, in our case, our patients, and that makes it special. Plus, we live in a special place. That's why we all chose to live out in this area.
We do.
It's a special place in many ways.
We do. Okay. Again, thank you for being an investor in the Alliance for Dade. Is there any other things that you'd like to close out our interview with this morning?
Can't think of anything.
Okay. Well, if you're wondering why I'm dressed pretty casually today. When we get off air here, you're actually going to be working on my
That's
body.
right. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, again, thanks for your time, and thanks for being an investor in the Alliance for Dade. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you.